Hello people and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League stage match. This is going to be between Ervin Gall of Romania and Georgios Kyriazidis of Greece, both of whom are at the moment at 570 each, rated quite quite evenly so, with Ervin's peak going just above 700, or has gone at some point of his career, with about 21,000 games of experience. That journey has been quite long indeed. Um, a member of PGA since 2020, and so about how many games is that per year? Like 6 years or so. Like that's on average like 3,500 games per year, which is quite remarkable. For Asx3t0s, it's gonna be slightly lower, and not just even slightly, but um, let's make a live example. So 5.8 thousand games for Georgios, and with the 3.8 thousand wins at about 578. Well, not just at about, but at 578 currently rated, but hasn't peaked over 700 as of right now. Perhaps in the future he will. Best of three match, of course, for all league stage matches, and in the playoffs it'll be best of threes and best of fives, depending on what stage at the playoffs we are at. Both Ervin and Georgios have started off with wins for themselves. Georgios with a win against Maxim Basiluk with a catchy 2-0, and Ervin against Fabian Mouton again 2-0. Second win would put them, well, for the moment, nicely in on the second place, at least momentarily, until we see the rest of the matches of this week to be played. And this is also going to be the final match of today, and the action is going to be then continuing tomorrow as we step on to the weekend. And for those of you who also care, then these players do have some match history between each other, 22 games or so, but not quite recently though, or not all of them quite recently. They have been they have been happening at least in 2022, and I want to say earlier as well, maybe even in 2021 or even in 2020. But so far from all of those encounters, 13 have been wins for Georgios, and 9 for Ervin. And in the meanwhile, when we are waiting for the tables to be created, let's see the overall standings for both groups so far. So at the Tibet top is the reigning world champion Zhang Yuqin, and so far stretching all the way to 1-0 for until Tito Arce, and then everybody else then with two matches played or one match played, but at least one loss. for now looking quite difficult for Sergio Antolines, Helge and Fabian Mouton, all respectively. So do bear in mind that at least 3 wins is a must-have in case you have some ideas of getting to the playoffs. And if you get there with 3 wins, you will be pretty much forced to have fantastic tiebreakers, as those are a thing. Starting player is going to be Georgios, and we are using a PGA tournament format with 15 minutes per player, although Ervin very likely not going to be needing as much. He has had, he has, let's say, built quite a reputation as an incredibly fast player, and might even have actually the fastest game ever played, or at least the least amount of time used in one game within within a tournament game, which was like just over a minute, I think, which is just insane. Like just a couple seconds to every move is is not something that I would recommend for those who who are not. Let's say for those who are more analytical minded. 2 points for Ervin, and starts off going with the city. Also does actually provide the nice city cap for Georgios as well. So certainly might actually a slip from Ervin here, I think. But this is an interesting choice. So making a huge ruin by the looks of it, after Georgios was able to defend his city from the attacks. And Ervin continues the city at the bottom, though maybe not the kind of thing that you would actually want to be doing. I think it would be perfectly fine if you were to just leave it as it is, and even if it gets blocked, then also the meeple of green gets blocked into just 1 point. But it's all decisions, and at least this time that decision was lucrative for Ervin. Gets off with the city, and also gets to meeple the 6-point field. And we are really just really like kind of trying to exhaust the deck of City Pulse road tiles. You can see with only 1 road Dorito remaining, only 1 dagger remaining, and only 1 city crossroad remaining. Yarier's trying to also like slightly expand his city, but also make it so that there could be maybe even a divider spot or just a regular block on this and tie up these 2 meeples. Now there is still 1 divider or not? Actually, well, there isn't. So this maneuver right here, it was actually defendable, very much so by Ervin with this tube divider, by going over here and limiting the square into a triple city, but seemingly Ervin is not a fan of such things. And with only 8 points lead on the score, oh no, no. Yo, Georgios, this is just super dangerous, because you can see all of the daggers are out, But Ervin just doesn't care. He just grabs a city and decides to also finish it. Like, I mean, I have to say that the tile draws for Ervin have been quite tremendous. Well, now this looks like a salvation to the road, but it's still like it is still blockable to the exact tile that it was blockable to earlier. Like there are no additional daggers in the deck. Like if Ervin just goes here, this will be blocked. Whereas now there still are two tiles to go there. One city crossroad and one road to Rizzo, and the block does come. Yeah, I really don't like the road that Georgios was choosing to take here. Not really going to better his chances of winning. 25 points ahead on the scoreboard is Ervin, and with his position, especially after this block here, is looking tremendously good actually, with 30, 33, 30, 27, 20, 23, 32, two monasteries here, 30, 36, 35, yeah, plus 35 for Ervin, and only one meeple to compensate for that difference for Georgios. Quite a horrendous situation for green here. Something that green should try and do is to, well, first of all, I mean, this is a nice maneuver. First of all, just trying to score the monastery like as much as you can. But the real idea of this move is to make the attacking platform to the field. So getting a meeple back from here perhaps, or now going over here, placing a farmer, progressing your monastery. Not quite getting the tile to do so, but do you get blocked or not? That's the question. Well, Ervin doesn't seemingly even care, and well, that doesn't care, or he just had counted that going over here with a potential block is gonna be for nothing, as it would have been, given the tile that Georgios got. And also, Ervin does have the liberty to do so because he is so far ahead. Now gets a meeple back, gets a nice long road, and even with the overrun of the 15-point field, Ervin should still be in a bit of a cruising mode to go into a win with this first game. Still plus 19 on the scoreboard, plus 20, plus 25, 26, 29, 23, 20, 19, 28, equal monasteries, well, almost equal monasteries. So about what did I say? 20 something, 27, let's say, and 12, and no possibility of city finish for Georgios. So actually, it should be relatively close, no? It's gonna be like I think like roughly like a 10-point difference or so, but Ervin didn't really have any like difficulties at any moment. He only really stopped for like couple seconds, really only during this tile when he was checking like can he block the road, and the answer was yes, which he could have done before, but focused on really aggressive scoring for the cities, which turned out to be a great success. Did I say 10 points? I meant 20 points. uh, 16 points is the difference. Well, I mean, that's pretty confident still. Notice the time though. 5 minutes for the Greek player and 3.5 minutes for Ervin. So if we keep up the pace, and this is going to end up 2-0 or even 2-1, we are probably going to crush the fastest match for this season easily. As we can see, holy cow, it's been like a minute and 15 tiles like on the board or something. Let's update the scores here for Ervin into 1-0. Okay, Georgios is the starting player actually again. Let's see if he's able to progress now that advantage to a better proportions. So far so good, 8 points to 6 on the scoreboard. A lot of open features actually for the Greek with 3 open cities. This I think is a mistake from the Greek, as I think it would have been much better to go over here, take the 2 points, and ensure that this city right here doesn't get out with a divider. Ervin, in the meanwhile, finishes some more cities and is trying to expand his field with now only 3 points so far on the board or on the field, but the field is slowly growing with now potentially 6, maybe 9, maybe 12, and looks like the Greek isn't too happy about the tile runout. Maybe I assume this is what it's all about. But this should definitely be a deal breaker for both players. I mean, should lighten up Green's mood here, and especially with a successful block here. If it is a successful block, then he's gonna be trapping potentially 3 meeples of red into this square right here, versus then 1 meeple of green. And also, rather first and foremost, this move right here is going to significantly it's going to significantly make it more difficult for Ervin to increase the size of the field. Now there is still a possibility for that to happen by going over here. Well, if green grows over here, gets a dagger and enlarges the field, but there's only 1 dagger remaining, and it's not entirely given that green will go there. Depends on whether it would allow a potential growth of the farmer like further than these 3 points. Ervin with the starting tile does get his hands on it, and now renews the threat of this large, well, not a large, but a medium city getting finished. Even just nonchalantly goes for the finish right away, from which green isn't able to do anything too. And is it worth it to be saved? There are now 2 road triangles still in the deck to make to finish the city, and to also grab the 4 points. There might also be some daggers or a dagger in the deck to clear off this city, with 1 dagger here, and actually, yeah, there are 2 daggers to go here, and there's one of those. Although it doesn't, although Ervin is not going to be able to score the points for it, but he still gets 3 points to his field, which should be some nice ideas there. Further progression of the monastery is gonna be thwarted, but the road Dorito, the road Dorito hits for Ervin, and he gets off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 points of city. Doesn't get the road though, which is a small relief, I guess, for Georgios, but yeah, I mean, when you look at the chat, I mean, not too happy about the outcome. With again, I mean, look at the time management. It's just kind of comical with 2.5 minutes now for Ervin and 4 minutes for Yorios for the total time for this game, and it's like, yeah, it's. I don't know, man. The stream is gonna be 20 minutes for the entirety of the duel. It's insane how fast actually both of these players play. And to be honest, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bet on them actually being aware of nearly all the tiles that are remaining. I think like most of this is like done with the flow, but I mean, I could be wrong, of course. I could be totally wrong, but I mean, for me, I mean, this just seems like there's like a lot of just like intuitive plays with like 2 or 3 second like thinking time for each move. It's ridiculously fast. Yeah, well, a very quick 2-0 victory for Ervin G, and well, I guess apologies for those who have joined like 20 minutes in and the match is already over. But I guess this is going to be a reminder of you, first of all, of the speed of Ervin Gall, and secondly, um, to tune in when the stream starts, so you don't miss these precious seconds. 72 to 83, the final score, and yeah, I mean, it didn't really seem like there was all that much that went wrong from Green's perspective, or like by Green's perspective, according to his moves. Maybe something that he could have. Well, actually, is there all that much that he could have done differently? I mean, like I don't know, prioritization or something, but like that's a very small feat in the large scale of things. Maybe this blocking attempt, maybe turning the city to the other direction to try and get some like more tiles for blocking and less tiles for Ervin to make a save. Maybe this even actually also like, because generally you don't also want to create a 4-point loop road for your opponent when they can save the city into a road Dorito. So going maybe downwards, and also given the remaining tiles that were in the deck, um, yeah, because there was no possibility to save the city into a horse. So I with a quick feeling, I think it would have been a much better chance and a choice for Yarios to go pointing downwards with the curve, and then I think he would have actually had a lot more tiles to complete the block over here, which seemingly would have been just the game breaker of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Um, yeah, and just 9 points worth of extra, actually, well, 10 points, let's say, worth of extra, plus the Meeple's back, which Ervin was able to use at least the other one, and I'm pretty sure he also used the the other one as well somewhere, like this 4-point road for something. So a huge deal breaker. And yeah, something that you should definitely, well, in my opinion, and I also know some other players who would very likely agree with me that when you have 15 minutes in a tournament game, you should really use it, and you should never try to play fast just because Ervin plays fast, because Ervin is just used to doing like 1 minute games, 2 minute games, 3 minute games, but like you can't like out time Ervin Gall. You just cannot. So maybe an alternative strategy is in order for for every future opponent of Ervin. Just use your time. Use your time. And with that, a 2-0 victory. Well, actually, let's remind of y'all of that in the scoreboard as well. With that second victory, Ervin is gonna be going into a 2-2 into a 2-0 result with 2 matches, and Georgios is going to be at 2 matches played and 1 won, 1 lost. Gonna be going somewhere in the middle of the pack here, and trying to start his preparation for the future matches in the future weeks against David Faraci. Then we have hotly, I can't unfortunately remember his real name, but well, that's a Taiwanese master, I believe, and then Borberici, who is actually a new name to me, rising from Catalonia, um, an expert player, and I believe Borberici is actually one of the lowest rated players in in this league this year, but still rated at a solid 550 or so, I believe. And then for Ervin, the future opponents are going to be Guilherme Neves on week 3. We have Santi Blader on week 4. That's, I believe, Santiago Iniguez. No, um, I'm gonna bet my money on Santiago Iniguez. Um, and then the world champ Zhang Yuqin, who will certainly not give any mercy. But at least with the tile runouts, if you're gonna be winning by those, and with the speed of I don't know, ISO speed or something, then seems to be a good combo for Ervin as of right now, at least. For future matches of tomorrow, I don't think I'll be streaming, as I will be starting off the day at uh, at 1500 UTC with a match against Mikhail Labushinsky, and might even be playing still whilst the match between Thomas Preus and Dr. Kai Hans starts, and probably going to be just relaxing for the evening. So I certainly hope that my colleagues will handle tomorrow. And if you want to stay alerted of all the streams, then uh, following this site like repetitively, or just being subscribed to all the streaming channels will be your best bet. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or if you're watching this afterwards, then leaving a comment down in the comment section and letting me know what you think of it. I'll be seeing you maybe on Saturday, I guess, with some more Carcassonne Champions League stage matches. Bye for now.